Hey friend, how are you really? I'm Angie Hansen. I'm the heart behind Butterflies and Halos and the voice behind Grace and Grit Letters, where grace meets grief and nobody has to pretend they're fine. This is a space for real conversations about loss, resilience, faith, and rebuilding a life that didn't go as planned. No fixing, no pretending, just truth and heart. So whether you're driving, folding laundry, sitting in the quiet, or just needing a reminder that you're not alone, I'm glad you're here. Let's begin. I think I'm done wearing my life on my wrist. This may sound small, almost embarrassingly small, but it's been sitting on my dresser for nearly 2 months now, uncharged, untouched, quietly irrelevant. It's my Fitbit. I didn't lose it. I didn't forget it. I simply stopped wearing it. And here's the thing that surprised me most. I don't miss it at all. And if you're thinking Fitbit, you can also equate it to an Apple Watch. What I do miss, what I crave, is something simpler. A watch that tells time. That's it. No buzzing, no nudging, no little taps demanding my attention like a persistent little toddler. Give me a pretty wind-up watch, or a classic quartz one for that matter. Something that just ticks. Something that keeps time instead of tracking my heart rate, my steps, my sleep, my stress, my oxygen, my worthiness as a human before noon. Listen, I've been eyeing a few already. Amazon, I've been looking. Maybe something nicer for my birthday. An old school department store moment feels just about right. Because listen, this isn't really about the watch. It's about what we're carrying. It's the weight of constant connectivity. We live tethered to notifications, to updates, to the quiet panic that if we don't respond immediately, we're failing someone or missing something important. I used to justify wearing it for emergencies. I just did air quotes, for the emergencies. Like if someone called, I'll know. If something urgent happens, it'll buzz. And yes, that logic made sense. But what I've noticed lately is this. That little buzz doesn't just interrupt me, it interrupts us. I'll glance down, then someone else reaches for their phone, then another person starts just checking the score, and suddenly the table is quiet, but not in a meaningful way. We're together, but we're gone. It's death by 1,000 tiny distractions, and I'm so tired of it. Grief changes your tolerance for noise. Grief does something strange to your nervous system. It strips away your tolerance for nonsense, for half presence, for pretending connection is happening when it really isn't. When you've lost people, really lost them, you become acutely aware of how fleeting time is, how moments are not renewable, how I'll get to that later is a dangerous promise. Grief sharpens your awareness of now. So when I'm sitting across from someone I love and a watch lights up and a phone comes out and the conversation fractures, I feel it in my chest. It's not anger exactly, more like sadness layered with exhaustion. Because I know what absence feels like. And this distracted, almost togetherness feels like a quiet rehearsal for it. But what about the benefits? I want to be clear here because nuance does matter. I know these devices help people. Heart conditions, fall detection, health monitoring, that matters. It truly, truly does. I'm not anti-technology by any means. I'm anti-unchecked access to every moment of my life. There, I said it. The question I keep coming back to isn't can these devices help us? It's at what cost? What is the cost to our friendships, to our dinners, to our ability to sit in silence without needing a glow or a buzz to validate the moment? What is the cost to our nervous systems? Always alert, always on call, always reachable. And maybe most importantly, what is the cost to our grief? Because grief doesn't speak in notifications. It whispers. It waits for stillness. And stillness has become rare. So, choosing less on purpose. Not wearing my Fitbit didn't make my life worse. It made it quieter. I walk because my body wants to move. I don't need a counter. I rest because I'm tired, not because a screen told me I earned it. I show up to conversations without something tugging at my wrist. I don't need my life quantified to know I'm alive. And maybe this is part of midlife. This desire to slow the pace, soften the edges, and choose presence over performance. Maybe it's grief teaching me again. Or maybe it's just wisdom catching up. Either way, I think I'm done wearing my life on my wrist. And honestly, I'd rather lose track of my steps than lose another moment with someone who's right in front of me. I'm going to leave you with a gentle reflection, and it's on my Substack as well. Where has constant connectivity quietly crept into your relationships or your grief? And what might shift if you choose one small boundary that protects your presence? Thanks for spending this time with me. If today's words met you where you are, come sit with me over on Grace and Grit Letters on Substack or my little corner at Butterflies and Halos for more support and reflections. Until next time, be gentle with yourself. I'll see you soon.